Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard.
And I'm John.
And John, today we've got a special guest again, Randall from Louisville Anime Community.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
And this is part 2 of the Louisville Anime Community's July newsletter. So, Randall, if you want to take it away.
So we're going to talk about upcoming events with the group and as well as kind of in the local area. If you've been looking to get out to meet other anime fans, talk, discuss, go eat, just get out of your man cave, your basement, whatever, go see other people. Here's where you go and find something to do. So upcoming, nearest things first, July 28th down at the Preston Crossing Cinemark, we've got Kiki's Delivery Service, which is a Studio Ghibli movie, good old classic. We've also got Millennium Actress upcoming, which is a Satoshi Kon movie, which if you've seen other Satoshi Kon stuff like Paprika or Perfect Blue, some of it can be intense. It might not be
a little dark.
A little dark. Maybe not younger age appropriate.
Right, yeah.
So that's going to be August 13th, also at the Preston Crossing Theater. August the 18th, we've got a Gunpla build or Gundam model kit type building.
Right this?
Yes, all this wonderful stuff.
Yes.
Want to know how to build it? Want to go see other people building it? Want to figure out tips or trips? Come on out to us. It's free. We've also got Gundam kits available to purchase there on site at Cardinal Gaming, which is off of New Cut Road. But that's always a fun time. Come out and see us. There's also the Jask Festival, which should be in Lexington. We're believing that's going to be about September the 8th. We're still trying to figure out exactly when they've got that plan, but it's generally traditionally on that weekend, so we're pretty positive on that. There's also the Studio Trigger Promare movie coming up September the 19th, which is colorful and probably a lot like Gurren Lagann. So.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like Fire Force meets Gurren Lagann. So if you like those,
with a little bit of Kill la Kill in there too, right?
Yeah, a little Kill la Kill in there too. We've also got another Gunpla build after that, September the 22nd. Moving down into conventions in the local area. If you want to meet other anime fans, bring out your cosplay, get into something new, see a fan panel, buy a ton of merch, go to find other people for viewing rooms and find stuff you might be interested in freshly. There's on August the 2nd, there is the Louisville Free Public Library has a anime con for teens specifically. Adults are allowed to be on site, but it's more like a parent type thing. So it's mainly for teens. Last year we were there and helped MC their contest, ran panels, had a fan table. It's a real good time. They had about 450 kids there last year, so definitely come on out. I believe that August the 2nd is also a Friday, so you might want to see your work schedule too.
And do you know the prices for that, or is there?
It's free.
It's free. Okay.
Totally free. The August the 16th through the 18th up in Columbus, Ohio is MatsuriCon. A lot of people that have been to OhioCon, I believe the OhioCon and MatsuriCon actually split out of each other, making two different things. But MatsuriCon's been getting a lot of positive reviews. I know a lot of people from the old Tenchi Muyo community that live in that area, and they'll go to MatsuriCon, so good time there. Also, Imaginarium here in Louisville, over by Sam Swoop. I think that's Hurstbourne, Brownsboro.
So yeah, it's around.
I think so.
Hurstbourne. I know that at least
over,
that much.
Over there at the Ramada, if you know where Arcade Expo happens every year, it's in that same spot. But Imaginarium is kind of like a creatives convention for like writing and film, and they're getting into animation and stuff. We're going to be there presenting some panels and having a table, talking about gaming and other things. So come on out to that. There's actually a discount code on our Facebook if you'd like to show up there. Via Calori is also a kind of a benefit festival for children. It's held underneath the Big Four Bridge every year. They're going to have live music, lots of food booths and vendors. We ourselves have a game booth out there. That's generally 2 days. I think that's October the 19th and 20th. Also, we're going to take a big trip down to Anime Weekend Atlanta, or AWA, Halloween weekend, October 31st. They're having a ton of concerts down there, probably the most I've ever seen any convention have. You've got Mana, LMC, Starmie, Myth and Royd, if you like the Boogie Pop and Others opening. That's them. Brian the Sun. There's one I can't pronounce because it has symbols in it. Mashiro Ayano, and there's a bunch of the Fate Road show is going to be there. So if you're into Fate, like over here, then yeah, come on down.
Unfortunately, I don't have the money to go down there right now, so
You will be here in spirit.
I will be.
We'll do lots of video blogging for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And of course, last but not least, there is SuperCon, which has become GalaxyCon here in Louisville downtown. That's probably the largest convention here in this immediate area. Their first event here in town was last year, but they've got a track history of multiple conventions down south. They just started one in Raleigh here recently. So come on out. They have a massive dealers hall. We're going to see what they do differently this year. But that's a good time. If you buy your tickets early, there's always a discount as with most conventions. So get in on that and we'll see you out there.
Yes, and actually, Anime Senpais will be out there again this year. We were out there last year.
That was great last year, yeah.
So we will definitely be out there again this year. And hopefully this time I won't get sick.
You won't get sick. I'll be sick this year.
Oh, no. Shh.
No con crud.
No.
I know, right?
We'll inoculate you. So, moving on into other news, this is where we just talk about what's going on out there in the world. Might be some interesting, articles worth noting, stuff that's coming out new. First thing is the author of the XKCD webcomic. If you've seen it, it's generally a black and white, like stick figure comic. It's generally got a lot of IT references, and I think he calls it a webcomic of romance and sarcasm and things like that. But Randall Munroe is the author. He's actually going to be coming here to Louisville. Tickets are free, and it's actually through the Louisville Free Public Library. So go ahead through the XKCD website and find those and pick those up, because that's going to be awesome. He's also got books and stuff for sale on Amazon, which are fairly cheap, but something good for your coffee table. Also, Serial Experiments Lane is going open source in Japan up through 2028. And kind of the reason that's important is because it means people can make derivative works of it. So kind of like the boogie pop type stuff or some of these other, not necessarily like doujinshi, but people can make spin-offs basically.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it opens it up to more authors, more creative ideas. Somebody can do something with that premise and then take it another direction, which we don't often get the chance to do here in the States.
Yeah.
So we're also getting the next season of Sword Art Online Alicization.
We don't need that. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, if you're looking for spoilers, read the light novels. So, but that's coming up. Some of the trailers just came out here today and yesterday. If you want to see into that, if you enjoy Sword Art Online, or at least maybe the first couple of seasons, stuff like that, I'd really recommend reading Progressive. That's told from Asana's perspective, and it's been cleaned up and put in better chronological order. So, might get into that. There's a lot of extra works out there. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is getting a new series in 2020, so you can duel some more.
Wow.
More Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh's still a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. More cards.
Are they on motorcycles still? Is that still a thing? I wonder. Yeah.
I got out of it when they had the freaky, armband style card thing back in the first season. So, Abridged is good, I hear.
Oh yeah, I did enjoy that.
So, we're also getting My Hero Academia Season 4.
Ooh. Yep.
Which I'm sure everybody will be excited about. That's going to be out October the 12th. The author of the series has also said that the last movie will be coming out in December.
Oh.
Which I kind of wonder if last is maybe kind of like Naruto, the last movie, which was not the last.
The last of this year, maybe.
I can't.
I imagine there is still plenty of content, but maybe he just decided no more movies based on the series.
Yeah. Now, is that December in Japan, or is that
the movie? The movie will be December in Japan. I don't have a date for when it'll be domestic. Although I think the last movie was almost simulcast, wasn't it?
If it wasn't, it was pretty close.
Yeah.
It was. It was. Usually with a lot of these movies, they take, like, I think Broly took about 3 or 4 months to get over here. So, I mean, they're pretty good about bringing stuff over here pretty quickly. So if it's not simulcast, it's going to be pretty close. Because, I mean, the last one did, like, crazy good, if I remember. Because I remember the one that we went to.
It was sold out.
And there was actually people standing.
There was a wait line. They oversold it.
Yeah. So, it was crazy. But I imagine it'll be the same thing this time around for this movie, the last movie.
Yeah. The AMC Stony Brook here in town, they sold out, I think, 2 theaters, and they cut off one movie and opened a third to show it, and people filled that one up. So, I don't know what happened with like Tinseltown, but goodness.
Yes.
So, be interesting to see what happens with that. Get your tickets fast when they come along.
Right.
Tenchi Muyo, we've not heard of in a long time.
Wow. Yes.
But the Ryo-Oki OVA, the original series, not Tenchi Universe, not Tenchi in Tokyo, not War on Jim and R, any of the other spin-offs. That's another video. They are having a 5th OVA, which you probably only heard of the first 1 and 2 on Toonami way back in the day. Since then, it's been mostly political stuff and Tenchi getting married, or Tenchi's dad getting married, or them sending kids off to other universes. So you might have some catching up to do before getting into that. Crunchyroll has quietly discontinued their club accounts. So what that means is that there used to be a system in place where if you had a small anime club group, that might be through a school or library, whatnot, they would provide you basically a free premium account so that you could go get series and watch it subtitled and be cool. They also did this kind of for conventions and some other different types of purposes. I don't know if they've cut off the one for conventions. That wouldn't seem really logical, but the club one kind of hurts because we've been using that for a long time, particularly with our Gundam events. But fortunately, since we have such a wide breadth of licenses and distributors, we're actually working with Right Stuff and different people to kind of make that up. So we're not really as impacted as much as we could be. But it's disappointing kind of see that going away after they got bought. I think it was by Sony.
Really?
Yeah, was it Sony or HBO?
I believe it was something like that. Yeah, I think it was Sony.
I didn't know that actually.
But yeah, them and Funimation both got bought within like a couple of weeks of each other. And
that's what made Funimation, I believe, split from Verve.
Yeah, and then they got High Dive in there instead. So it's just kind of, it hurts a little bit, but we shall prevail. Gundam Battle Warfare is going to be an app-based game that's coming out soonish. They haven't really given us a date, but it looks to be kind of like a Gundam Breaker-based game where you can put parts together and make your own Gundam and then battle it with other people and do a friend code type thing, as well as customize and paint and collect and all these other things. I'd be really kind of surprised if they don't do something with like a scan the barcode on your Gunpla box and then it gets added to your collection.
That would be fantastic. if
not saying anything, Bandai.
Right, exactly. Bandai, if you're watching, let's do it.
Call me.
Yeah. Let me know. I will buy up every Gunpla.
If we haven't already.
Yeah, right.
So be on the lookout for that. You can actually pre-order, although there's no cost right now, unlike the Android App Store and the iPhone App Store. So there's really no hurt in going out and getting it. There's also the Digimon Last Evolution Kizuna is supposed to be coming out in February of 2020. That's supposed to be one of the last movies that deals with the original Digidestined before they move on.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they're going to retcon Try or...
I don't know. See, I actually didn't finish Try either. I got so far into it, and then
so boring.
I kind of lost track. So
I feel bad because I gave up Digimon probably a couple months after it started back in the late 90s, early 2000s, whatever it was.
I got out of it in, what was it, Evolutions or something, when they had the red one, the red dinosaur that turned into the shield and Lance.
Something like that,
Something like that. And you had Renamon and the girl character.
Yeah.
After that, it was too much.
I just didn't care much because then it became nothing but fusions between the human and the Digimon, and I was just like,
And now Pokemon's becoming Digimon, so we're all back to where we started.
Okay.
Yeah. So, also the Kanon Suba movie, which is going to be about Megumin's tribe. Their tribe. So lots of explosions. Will be coming here in August, and from the talks I've had with like Fathom and seeing what people have been requesting on Reddit, I don't expect it to take long to get here because it's in high demand.
Yeah. And like we were saying earlier, they've been pretty good about bringing stuff over here really quickly, especially if it's high demand. I mean, I guess the Broly movie, that was Funimation, so I mean that's like the thing that they were most known for, at least back in the day, anyways. And so yeah, of course they're gonna bring that out here as soon as possible. But I mean, Tanya got here, I think, relatively fast. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty good.
And just all these newer movies, they're getting here faster compared to like back in the day, and when like we had to wait for it to come on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. Beta VHS. Yeah. So I mean, it's super impressive how quickly things have progressed. Since we first started watching it, I guess. So.
Really. We also had the first 10 minutes of Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 put online from different conventions.
Right.
What naming scheme?
Yeah. So. I'm not even really sure how that all came about with the naming scheme, but I mean, from what I saw, though, it looked really good. Looking very much forward to it and seeing how... I don't know if this is going to be the conclusion. I think it is, but...
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the story continues on, because I believe the director was he had this little side project. It was called Shin Godzilla. I'm sure nobody ever really heard of it before, but anyways, he had that going on. Now he's back doing this again. So looking to see where that goes. Really. I believe the last movie kind of ended in this weird cliffhanger. Of course, it's Evangelion, so of course they're going to end it in a weird way. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with our characters. So
remember, kids, drink your Tang.
Yeah, right.
We're also getting, for the first time, and from what I understand, sometime, we're getting a new Sakura Wars game December the 12th. From what I understand, we're actually going to get it here in the States in spring of 2020.
Oh, wow.
It's set 12 years after Sakura Wars 5. So, if you're a fan of that series, woo!
And also, too, I believe the character designer is the artist for Bleach.
Oh, yeah, Tai Kubo.
Yeah. Kubo!
Yeah. He's doing something again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he was doing some side projects for a little while, but this is, like, pretty big. I mean, at least... I think it is. So I've always been a fan of Sakura Wars, and at least the anime, anyways. And I've always wanted to play the game, so this would be fantastic. Fantastic thing to have finally. So
I saw it had girls and giant robots. So
I mean,
he was sold.
Yeah,
that's the formula.
One, please.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Let's have it right now. Let's play this game right now.
That's another video for another day.
Yes.
Oh, well, you can't forget the toast.
Yes.
Depending on which anime you've seen, you could be running to school with toast. You could be killed while chewing toast, going to school, university, or your place of business. Truck-kun will get you. Moving truck-kun specifically.
Right.
But Japan has a new thing called the giant toast bed, which is literally a massive, like king-sized square. 5 foot off the ground. It looks like chunk of burnt toast. Not quite burnt, but nice and golden.
Browned.
Yeah. Lightly browned.
Yeah.
Lightly buttered maybe.
Are the pillows butter?
I don't think
pads?
That would be an excellent idea. We should make butter pillows.
Why not? The blankets are just butter.
You should have sheets too. Yes. So that could be like meat or other cheese. Cheese,
jelly,
bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
BLT. Go down to Sonic, have you like a...
And then you just wake up and you just eat your bed, and there you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be awful fat.
Yeah, that would be great.
But anyway, there's this thing out the internet where you can now buy a ginormous bread toast bed. And I mean, obviously what you should do is get 2 of them, and that way you make a sandwich.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
So
I don't see any problems with that at all whatsoever. If only I can afford it.
Oh, but that's been your entry into the silly side of the internet for the day.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to end it here. And if you guys like this video, of course, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And we're going to continue on with one more video after this. And we're going to be talking about what are we talking about next? We're going to be talking about what's going on in the next season, or this season of anime. So if you're looking forward to that, stick around, find that video. And comment down below if you have any additional thoughts on the things we've talked about. Would love to hear that. And we'll see you in the next video.